Yes, people. It's me, Miss Jarina Star, back with another vlog. Jarina Star is back with another vlog. And I just want to update you all on my recent visit to the Melanin Conference. So I must have gone yesterday. Just went there open-minded. What is this all about? So I went and I found it fascinating. I made some notes and I've got my flyer here somewhere. It was amazing. It was truly amazing. So basically, just a bloody Melanin Conference. So I don't know where did I leave my notes? I leave it on the back. Oh, I know, I folded it and put it in here. I remember. Also, I thought I did. But guys, it was truly an amazing conference. I was left so inspired. Yes. So this was a Melanin Conference and it was so good. So the main guy that was talking about the hidden science of melanin is Leon Marshall. He's a scientist and author of The Hidden Science of Melanin. Great book. I recommend people buy it. But I learned so much in his talk. His delivery was amazing. It was clear. And there was a lot of Black British people, fully dressed in just like really talented looking, woke, spiritual Black people that had pride in their African heritage, that had their businesses. Wow, there is a community in London. I felt like I was back in the 80s, when Bobby Hemmett was doing his talks. It felt like that. And let me say shea butter. It really felt like that, to be honest. And yeah, I sat down and it was packed. Like every single chair was packed. And yeah, no, I found that really interesting. So basically, okay, I'm going to let you know what I jotted down. Melanin Conference. What is melanin? It's the chemical. It's the key to life. Hang on. If it's the key to life, shouldn't it be the ankh? So basically, it's the symbol of ankh. The ancient Egyptians basically used to call melanin, used to see such statues of the sun ray of Aten, and then you'll have the ankh, which is the key to, which is the Maskala Hiwat, the cross of life, eternal. So it's like the sun ray, and basically it's photosynthesis. It's what the sun causes growth, basically. That's what, and there's melanin in plants. To get charged by the sun's energy, we're no different to the plants. We get charged by the sun's energy to produce thinking, activity, action, just like the plants. So that's what melanin is. Now, Dr. Sebi says Melanin is a type of neuron. If there's no carbon, there's no melanin. The chemical component of melanin is C18, H10, N2, and 04. That is carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen. And that's what we're made up. Carbon is what gives the darkness, which is the chemical code 666. And that's what you see in space, carbon. So Dr. Sadie says the human body is electric. And we have like a light, a negative, and a positive switch. So life needs a balance. So this balance is like negative charge and positive charge. Your cells are like batteries. We get this through our food. So what you put on your body is the output that you would get. And we do this, we measure it through a pH scale. Need. So for a successful human body to be functioning, you need a positive and a negative charge, just like a battery. And what's this positive charge? Acidic food. The negative charge is alkaline food. So you need both to be a healthy human being. So we have a stomach acid. So stomach acids are important. It's known as hyaluronic acid, citric acid, essential fatty acids, which is omega-3, omega-6, folic acid in your blood, amino acid, and DNA, which means get your acid from your plants, so these particular plants. Vitamin D, you need the sun's rays, so it's like all that, you get charged up and you get this magic, like fire in you. Now, scientists are studying this, but they're not open about it. They don't study it openly. They do it in secret societies. They don't even call it melanin. They call it something else like skin tissue. They call it like tissue study or something. And they also know that black people have a lot of melanin, but they don't want black people to know much about this knowledge because they feel it will empower black people to do greater things. So they try and keep black people dumb about this. So what they do is they spread malicious lies about black people more likely being ill, black people doing this, so they cause and effect, like make black people worry that they're more likely to get disease, and then black people worry and then they get disease. Do you know what I mean? It's like a mind game. So they bring out negative propaganda, so black people don't view themselves as healthy. And they also spread information that the sun is harmful and we must wear sunscreen, avoid the sun. The electromagnetic spectrum. So Terence Howard talks about frequency. He's got something like sound waves and frequency. You basically need low frequency and high frequency. So these frequencies activate the melanin. And that's why music is so important to black people. And if you look at the past decade, they have really been tampering with the music of black people. We're being controlled as to who can make music. You know what I mean? Whereas before in the 70s, there was like a burst of black musical artists and talent. And the music really helped the black community, just through the music to vibe and create change. And we've seen a political decline in the influence of black music. It's either degenerate, that will make our communities worse off, which is like gangster rap and stuff like that. But even though they have dumbed the black community down with the negative rap music. Rap music is the biggest selling music in the world because it's generated by black people. And then it says here, but you still see like the influence of the reggae, the bass line, the British bass line, like so influential. Like the beat that activates the melanin, which is on the back of our neck. I know this because I've been listening to a lot of Bobby Hemmett. Like during COVID, I had been religiously listening to Bobby Hemmett. So a lot of the talk I understood and I had read up. Where they see the future of melanin research is they are using melanin to charge up computer chips. And that's why you see a lot of black people, a lot of content being pushed online to trigger black people because we are the battery that fuels. Do you know what I mean? I wrote it down, it's just in my head. Like, look, a circuit, melanin's the middle, and you have electricity circuit, positive, negative. It goes around in the middle of melanin, and that's how we are. Melanin, the sun, we get the sun's rain through our eyes. It activates our neuromelanoma, which is in our skin. And Dr. Amos Wilson, he has done a study on why black children are more advanced than white babies when they're born because of their melanin. And then the other technical scientific term is the endocannabinoid system. So that's another study, which is a study of melanin. It's the endocannabinoid system. There's loads of talks on it. White people are having research backdoors about it. The endocannabinoid is basically the nervous system, the gland, the immune cells, which is connected to organs and the brain. And they call it connective tissue, which really is the skin, the melanin. Melanin is everywhere. Cortisol is in blood. So when you're stressed, cortisol shows up in your bloodstream. The reason why black people are catching hell is they're being under pressure in the workplace, they're under a lot of stress, and this environmental factor of stress is affecting black people through more cortisol being produced in their blood. And that is why a lot of pressure is put on black families so that they can be more ill. He also discussed how we can activate our own cannabis system, which brings you back into balance. So we have like that whole cannabis system in our body. But Bobby Hemmett said that the human body is like the universe, basically. We've got like mini universes inside us. And I think that's connected to the melanin study. Right. They also discussed juicing cannabis is healthier. Substantia nigra, dark spot in the brain that needs to be black. So everybody has this black spot in the brain, which is the melanin. I know Bobby Hemmett talks about the pineal gland, but this spot, like black people, those with more melanin have a more dark spot inside their brain. And that's called the substantia nigra. How to increase your powers. This is my notes, guys. Don't laugh at it. How to increase your powers using your melanin. Plants, eat antioxidant food, oxygen, water, exercise, rest, sunlight. And if you want to follow him, it's Leon Marshall online on Instagram. But power. So don't forget the number one power. Melanin books. He also recommended some books all about melanin. And the books are Mama Africa Cultural Center. Okay. So the one from Dr. Carroll was Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. The other one is a novel called Jazzy Melanin. Melanin Quantum. They usually spend $200 million studying melanin every year. Bobby Hemmett's theory, melanin is worth more than gold, and you can buy it like in capsules, apparently. Neuromelanin, black powers. He made a very interesting quote. We are black people having a white experience, and that is generally black people in the West. We are black people having a white experience. Ancient Aborigines used to sing songs to drive dolphins, to drive the fish into their net. The Dogon had astronomical knowledge of the solar system. We know this. So what is bad for melanin? Earbuds. They're not good. They're not good for melanin. And they call it the black substance degradation. You must detox on a regular basis. Ancient Egyptians used to drink gold. They know the benefits of gold, aloe, and aloe vera contains noble metals. So like we need like these vitamins and minerals. So once you have all these, the whole point is once you know how to activate this, once you eat the right food, you'll be able to download vital data from the solar system. His main motto is, the clearer you are, the cleaner you are, the clearer you are. So constipation causes cancer. Detox is very important. Detox is very, very important. A lot of black inventors invented stuff despite no education during American slave era time. And so that just shows you what was working in their favor was the melanin, having access to the sun, and they were able to invent great things. So as a result of that, the black race invented the modern world. Their melanin helped it. And we call this the divine enlightenment. Certain plants activate neuromelanin, such as the cacao dark chocolate plant. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed the talk. And it just makes you, proud of your melanin. You need direct sunlight touching your melanin, and you can't be like covering yourself. Like, you need to make sure that you're exposed to the sun. You need to be grounded on the earth. Today I was out in the sun, hence why I've got a tan. So don't cover up your eyes with sunglasses. The sun needs to go through your eyes. I knew about that. Like, even as a kid, I knew. Obviously, don't stare at the sun, but having the sun filter your eyes, there was power in that. I remember as a kid, I would stand outside with my stick and sing in the grass. I would just be so happy, just being there in the sun, in my own world, outside with a stick. Yeah. Who knows? So yeah, that was my recent visit to the Melanin Conference. It was interesting, nevertheless. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. Anyway, I'm Mr. Nina Star. I'll be back with another vlog and I'll be back again.